Hey everybody, welcome back to a new installment of Chingonamics Crypto with Edgar Aguirre. I'm delighted to host you once again. Welcome to the channel. This is my journey into crypto, and I'm delighted to share with all of you what I've learned through this experience, through this adventure, and as you're doing your own research, keep you informed of some of the things that I'm doing. Full disclosure, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just the average Joe that is really excited about the space and looking to take advantage of investment opportunities. And as I go along in this adventure, I'm really looking forward to sharing this with you and any other like-minded people. So please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you can, please forward the video to your community, to your network, anybody that you think would benefit from just starting to think about investments and being exposed to what I think is a really exciting place that's full of opportunities. So today I want to really be able to expose you to another company that I think is doing great things, and as I start, I think this graph is maybe a good beginning for us to look at. And if you see here, it's still early. You know, a lot of us are hearing stories about, like, man, remember what Bitcoin right now, it's like, you know, $49,000. Man, remember when Bitcoin, I remember a buddy of mine posted on Facebook back in like 2016, 2017, it was like a couple $100. And then you kick yourself like, oh my goodness, I missed the opportunity. But I think what I want to share is that it's still early, based on empirical data, based on market data. If you see here, digital assets like cryptocurrency, right now, it's only 1.5 or so trillion as of the writing of this report. This is the end of first quarter of 2021. And it's even smaller than FANG stocks like Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, all those big boys. And if you look at even a fraction of all physical gold, 12.5 trillion, and even global debt, you know, all the countries that owe money, including the good old US of A, that's a huge market share. So in comparison, crypto is still, it's a baby. So I think that's, for me and for anybody watching this channel, it's just something for you to, it's cool, man. You didn't miss the party. I think the party's just getting started. It's just really, really smart people, early adopters, were able to catch the train early. So with that in mind, I wanted to talk to you guys about Grayscale and what this company is all about. So Grayscale is a company, and I'm going straight to the site, and that's my commitment to you in this channel. I'm going straight to the source. I am delighted to share with you my perspective and my opinions, but that's all they are. But I encourage all of you guys to take ownership and kick the tires and go directly to these websites and get to find out what the company's all about. Everything is there for the taking. And they tell you their philosophy. They're really bullish on the space. They think there's a lot of good things happening. Our story, shout out to Grayscale for showing a female executive front and center. That's awesome. Keep it up. And this is the size, not a mom and pop shop. $40.3 billion under management. That's as of March 31st. This number is much higher now. And what I want to make sure that I impress upon you is what Grayscale does is they manage a number of different assets, and here you have a list of all of them that they have currently. Let me go back here. Sorry, I got tripped up. If you go to single asset option under the investment products, you see a drop down menu of all the trusts. I'm going to focus on the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust and the Ethereum Trust for today, because those are the only ones that I have actual investment in. And as I go forward, I want to disclose that. I think I only want to really be able to talk with some level of familiarity if I actually have tried the product. I don't want to sell you guys stuff that I'm not involved in, or even I'm not even getting a commission on this. I'm just excited about this product and I want to share it with the community. I want you guys to be aware of it. So those are the two products that I want to explore, Grayscale and Ethereum, and talk to you guys a little bit more about them. So if we go here to the Bitcoin page, the Bitcoin Trust page, you'll see that it's $30.9 billion under management. That's the lion's share of the $40+ billion they claim to have under management. And if you look at the last 12 months, this trust has generated 274% return, and since inception, it's done 30x. It's bananas, right? So the ticker for it is GBTC. You can find it at any of the brokerage platforms you utilize. You can research it. It gives you information on it. Why is this such a cool product for us to think about? It's got all kinds of features, and I think for a lot of us that may not be ready for getting a wallet like I shared with you, as a Coinbase wallet, and starting that process and saying, look, Edgar, I'm not there yet. However, I want to be able to have exposure to these assets because I get it, man. This thing is going to go up. Grayscale is an option, and so it's legit. It's on the up and up. It's been certified. It's trading as an asset, GBTC. This is a chance for you to have ownership to a traditional investment vehicle. You don't have to set up a wallet. You don't have to go through all those calisthenics if you feel that that's too much. But you do have some cash laying around in your Fidelity, like I do. Any IRA, TIA, CREF, 401k you have, and you're like, interesting. Let me see. Do they have that in? And it's publicly traded. So those are the two ones that are publicly traded now: GBTC and ETHE. The other ones, I think those are only through individual offerings. I can't speak to those, but those are the ones that I'm invested in. And so that's why they're attractive. They trade like a security, which is easy. I don't have to go through a lot of other hoops. It's publicly quoted under every index, GBTC. Take a look at it. And it's eligible for tax advantage accounts, just like the ones that I discussed with you. And it's got legit security. I don't lose any sleep thinking about like, oh my goodness, are these guys going to get hacked? They're a legit big institution with world-class security. So this is a graph here showing you the price action on the Bitcoin Trust. And if you recall the former videos, I've always emphasized time and market more than the quick action. I'm not a day trader. I don't claim to be qualified to give you that kind of analysis, but I do know the longer you stick around, the bigger the return. So even as less than 10 years ago, back in 2013, this is 8 years ago, it was trading at 14 cents, and this trust is now valued per share at $39.58. Now you look at this little difference, right? So right now the market price is $39.58 as of market close this last Friday, and yet you have $44.16 worth of Bitcoin. See that difference? That's called a discount. So sometimes there's times in the marketplace where it just gets a little bit out of whack. Like for example, if you look back in April 27, 2018, the market price for one share was $15.50, yet underlying assets were only $9.23. So sometimes there's a little bit of difference, divergence. So it can either be a premium that you're paying or a discount. And right now you're looking at a discount. So if there's a price to think about jumping into this asset, look for those opportunities. Again, not financial advice, just sharing with you guys my observations and why I'm attracted to these assets. So it's trading today as of Friday $39.58, and yet you buy $44 worth of asset. So that's a good discount. So the moral of the story here in terms of this of these Grayscale assets, and eventually you'll see more ETFs coming online, but right now there's not a lot of options. Grayscale is probably the only legit option. Make sure that you look at those price difference between the net asset value of what the actual asset is, in difference to the actual market value of how much that asset trades on the market. So you want to buy when those things are tight, and you don't want to buy when this huge gap exists. As hot as that asset looks, it's not a good time. Moral of the story here is just be mindful of that. And shout outs to cryptocurrencyfacts.com. That was just a visual that I thought was really neat and showed a lot of insight. So that's Ethereum. That's Grace, the Bitcoin Trust, the one for Ethereum. It hasn't been around that much as long as the Bitcoin one. So since inception, growth hasn't been explosive. But look at the last 12 months. It's 6x from the value. This one trades at ETHE, the same things that I covered with the Bitcoin Trust. And then there's a couple of little interesting points I hear when you see price fluctuation. For example, during June of 2020, look at the difference. The market price compared to the holdings. See that? And now you go to today, and as of close on Friday, you're getting about a $2 discount. So this is the breakdown of both of them. I wanted to make sure that I spent some time just covering these two things. You don't have to just set up a Coinbase account or a brokerage account. You can also have access and exposure to these assets through traditional investment accounts, IRAs. Do yourself a favor and kick the tires on these things. Full disclosure, I'm investing in them. I'm bullish in them. And why, you may ask? Well, forget short-term trading. Like I said, if you're thinking about your IRA, you're thinking like, for me, my time horizon is 20 years. I'm extraordinarily blessed to be in a situation where I still have a lot of time in my working career. 20 years is, if God is blessing me with good health and all things are working, I'm around. I'm looking for a long-term investment, and I have a high threshold for pain and volatility. But if you look at the website that I referenced the other day, cryptocurrencypriceprediction.com, and again, full disclaimer, not financial advice. The dude trying to sell you a used car has the same chance of getting a prediction right as the most dope Bloomberg expert. So, grain of salt. Having said that, this website has been giving me kind of a nice educational ballpark for me to look at, and the last couple of months they haven't been that far off the mark. So if you look at their prediction for September, you're looking at Bitcoin going up to 56K. Right now, we have Bitcoin at 49K, right? That'd be a nice bump. Forget next month. Think long term. Think December 2030. Think 9 years from now or so. What are you looking at? You're looking at $1,180,000 Bitcoin. That's almost a 25x from today. So think about it. If you're in an IRA and if you have access and your time horizon is 20 years, you may be doing yourself a disservice by not having exposure to this asset class. You don't have to put the whole kit and caboodle like I'm doing. That's fine. But think about it. Same thing with Ethereum, 80,950 forward. Within 9 years' time, today's price is 32.32. Not financial advice. You just owe it to yourself to look at what kind of investment vehicles you have access to, and what your, how much volatility you're willing to tolerate. But I owe it to you guys to share that there are options available aside from just setting up a Coinbase account. You can look at traditional investment vehicles. That's all I got for you, beautiful people, today. I thank you once again for allowing me to share all these insights with you. It gives me so much joy. I am so grateful. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please share with your networks. I'll have the show notes. Take a look at all of them. Take a look at all the sites. And if you're looking to set up, despite of all the information I share with you today regarding not maybe having cold feet to get into the market, if you do want to play around and establish at least an account and start looking at trading, take a look at the Coinbase link, the NEXO link, the BlOCKFI links. You'll get free Bitcoin. You'll be helping out the channel as well. Thank you, beautiful people. And remember, the 3 pillars of Chingonamics: honor the hustle, expand your worldview, and nourish community. Be safe, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.